Hey, what's up? You got to thank Kelly for keeping me somewhat on schedule because I was actually talking to her. I was like, she goes, okay, we got to go. We got to go. Bye. We got to go. We got to go. Bye. I'm like, why do we have to go? What's going on? She goes, I'm helping you keep your time commitment. I'm like, what time is it? She goes, 1:46. I was like, oh, I gotta go. So anyway, what's up? And as you can see, I am not in my normal place. I'm actually in Amsterdam and I'm in a loft right now. So this is the loft that I'm in. And as you can see, the loft, so I'm in this loft. That's where my bed is. And this is behind me. So this is where I've been for the past few days. Trying to get a little R&R. You know, I get a little brain, I need a brain break periodically because I am, and this is not a tooting my own horn thing at all, but I purposely pick my customers. And, you know, I kind of say this, like picking your own customers is like picking a puppy. So don't treat them like shit. I love my customers. So I'm always like, what can I do to get you to where you need to be? And in fact, we're doing this thing called a 2020 goal. So anyway, yeah, this is where I've been for a few days. I'm actually going to go downstairs a little bit. Yeah. I told you I had to get away. Oh, it's Amsterdam, New York. So anyway, yeah, that's where I am. And it's beautiful. And it's actually I'm actually sleeping in a hayloft. So this is a barn. So look at the roof. See the roof? So that's a barn roof. And that's a barn. I'm sleeping in a hayloft. That's where I've been. All right. So let's do this. And first of all, I got to say hello to High Profit Zone family members, including our newest family member. What's up, Dr. Michelle Joy Brown? She just joined the family. So hashtag what's up HPZ fam. I know Kelly was like, Amsterdam? Have I just got off the phone with you? You didn't say you was out of the country. No, I'm in Amsterdam, New York. It's in upstate New York. I just realized what that must have sounded like. Okay, I'm gonna walk downstairs. So I'm not gonna say anything for a second because I don't know how good the connectivity is on the steps. I think it's crap. So give me 1 second. And I don't want to fall. Oh, and I'll show you this. This is actually kind of cool. So one of the things that this place has is a full working bar. This place is from like the 1890s or no, let me take that back. Yeah, that's about right. It's 225 years old. So check it out. That's a full working bar. Isn't that cool? And yeah, she's fam. What's up? And yeah, give me a hashtag HPZ hashtag fam if you're a High Profit Zone family member. All right, so here we go. I'm just showing you guys where I've been. I said out of my mouth out loud that I wasn't gonna work this weekend. And I totally did. I tried not to. It was really hard. Hey, I'm going to see if I can share with you one more thing. I want you to see the view because the view is gorgeous. Gorgeous. So let's see if I can show it to you. If you can see it out this window. Hold on. So that's the view. All right. Okay, let's get to it. Quit goofing off. It's time to get back to work. All right. Okay, grab pen, grab paper. Let's take a few notes. Let's get to it. I'm gonna actually have to do the hard work of holding my phone and doing my work. Let me grab my stuff here. Make sure I got everything set up because I do not want to lose my connectivity. And if I do, I want to have my backup set up. All right, cool. So yeah, anyway, I'm in this cool ass place. And that, by the way, was just where I was. I was just up there in the hayloft. Yes, I slept in the hayloft. Really like it. I got to tell you, if you ever decide that you're like, you know what, I just need to get away. And let me explain what getaway looks like when you come here. So the first day I got here, I was like, I'm just gonna go to the cabin, and when I get there, I'll just order something. It's not a big deal. I'll just order something. Yeah, so there's no delivery. There's like one place that delivers, and they deliver like, I think it was like after 4, and it's only pizza. Like that was it. That was it. The closest Starbucks is 10 miles away. The closest McDonald's people is 5 miles away. So I was like, oh, I didn't need food. And here is the worst part. So I get here and I get ready to go out to my car to grab something to eat. And I'm like, I'm just going to have to go out. Now it had been cold, like super cold. So I decided, no problem. I'll just go and grab my car and then run out. Dude, my car decided it wasn't going to start. So I'm like, so there's no food, there's no water, and there's no way for me to get food, and there's no Uber, and there's no delivery. I'm just going to die. That's what's going to happen. I'm just going to die here this weekend. I was just like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, where am I again? Like, what am I doing with my life? That's what was going on in my life. I was like, okay, I'm just going to go into my high private zone family member group and say, look, y'all, I ain't going to make it. I ain't going to make it because there's no food here. There's no delivery. My battery just died. And what happened was it was just so cold that my battery was like, not today. All right, so let's do this. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. So I'm going to just get us started with, you know how you have this great, fantastic, absolutely amazing idea, and you're like, yeah, that's the idea I'm going to do. Like, you're so psyched and you're in your idea and you're like, I'm going to do it. And then you go and do all the things. You're like, okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go and create the online class. I'm going to do that right away. And as soon as I create the online class, like, girl, do not talk about fasting is good for body and mind. Then after you create the online class, like you're ready to go, you're killing it, you're crushing it, and you get out there and you put a couple of Facebook ads and you send out emails and you tell people about it, and then crickets. In fact, people start blocking your ass, right? And you're like, but I created it. I created this amazing program. And if you knew how awesome it was, you would just buy it, right? The issue is that we do that a lot. We know this thing that we have is awesome, and we know that people need it, and yet and still we cannot figure out how to get them to buy it. And so you're sitting here right now and say, oh Lord, I know at the end of this video, this woman is going to tell me to buy something. Actually, that's the opposite from true, because not everyone is my customer. I pour entirely too much. I do not take every puppy from the pound. And if you're a high profit zone family member, you know I mean that with all the love in the world. It's really only people who are right. So I'm not going to sell you anything. So I definitely want to make this worth your time and worth your while. So make sure that you get a pen and paper. I want to give you a couple of things to think about that'll help you create real momentum in your business so that you have an amazing foundation that delivers ROI on all the other shiny shit that we like to get. You know, the shiny shit that you invested your money in, the shiny shit that includes your website and your demo reel and your sexy one sheet and your headshots and all those podcast interviews and every other little social media trick that you've already put your money in that hasn't paid off yet. Okay, I want you to watch this because I'm going to try to make some of the things that you've already invested in pay off. That's like one of the big deals about doing these is I want you to get your ROI. I really do. I know it sounds crazy that it's such a big deal to me, but it's always a big deal to me. And I want you to take all those things that you've invested in and bring them together so you do make money off of them. All right, so let's do that. Now, we're going to do a really, really super quick assessment. Ready? Here we go. So pay attention if you've already put money into building your book, your speech, your online program. If you've already put money into that, type yes. I've already put money into building my book, my speech, or my online program. If that's true, just go ahead and click yes. Type yes. And don't be afraid, or even better, I'm not even gonna make you type yes. Just press the heart button. All right, Okay, that's easier. No one gets hurt. No one's embarrassing. No one's embarrassed. And you can go, no, I just pressed the hearts because I love her. Okay, so you already wrote your book. You already did your online program. You already wrote your speech. And number two, not enough people are buying your book, your speech, or your online program. You wrote it, but they ain't bought it yet. All right. The other thing is you go and do a lot of speeches, or you're doing some speeches for free, and people aren't buying them. I mean, people aren't buying your stuff at the back of the room, or you think your big sell at the back of the room is your $20 product. Here's number three. You went and created this amazing program. So you've made it. No one's purchased it. And now you're frustrated because you can't figure out how to sell it. You've made it. No one's purchased it. And now you're frustrated because you can't figure out how to sell it. Has that happened to you? Because that has damn sure happened to me. And I spent hours doing that. All right, here is the challenge that most people run into. So if you said yes at least twice, you're good. One more. If you stop promoting or selling that online program right now, you would have a negative return on investment. I've done that too. I did that 2 weeks ago. Right? I've done that too. All right. So you got 3 yeses because I know I got at least 3. All right, here we go. This is what I want you to think about. I want you to realize that what you did was not wrong. Creating your online program, creating your product or your system that you want to sell is not a bad thing. What I want to help you with is a cool way to help you actually deliver it to your ideal client in a way that they want it. And what you did was you did the right thing, because in your head, you're like, Donna, you're always telling us to go for it. I freaking went for it. I went for it. And I'm proud of you, by the way, for going for it. I am. I'm totally proud of you for going for it. But now we have to come up with a really cool way for you to sell it. And I'm going to tell you a cool way to sell it that actually works. What I need you to do right now, right now, is I need you to share this video with anybody, or just share it and just tell people, if you've created an online program or a book and it has not gotten the sales you want, then listen to this right now. At this point, listen to this live stream, because I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it. Okay, this is what you want. This is my Christmas holiday gift to you. Number one, I want you to go and I want you to do a quick survey, create a little group, get a little group of people who you think are your ideal client. Do not try to get a group of 5,500, maybe 25, 30 people at the tops. Notice I'm not giving you ridiculous numbers. I don't want you to get 1,000 people, 25, 30 at the top. And then I want you to, be nice, introduce yourself and say, hey group, I really respect your opinion. And so I have this quick poll. Here is my question for you. And then ask them this question. If you were to buy or enroll, in my program, okay? If you were to enroll in my program, would you prefer to have it live? And then I love to do this. Hey, Mitch, I got your note. And listen to this, because it's going to answer your question. I want to do the program live. Now, if the answer is I want to do the program live, put actually 2 dates. I want to do the program live in February. I want to do the program live in March. I want to do the program live later in the year. And give people the option to pick more than one. You can do this on Facebook. So that's the first thing. And then here's the next question. I don't want to do the program. It's too cost prohibitive. And I mean live in person. Now, here's the fifth one. I want to do the program live online for 6 weeks. Okay. Do that. Right. So here you go. Good. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Kelly. If you were to enroll in my program, would you prefer to do it in person? That's what I mean by live. In person in March, in person in April, in person later during the year. Or you could say something like, none of the above because it's too cost prohibitive. Or you could put 5. The fifth one is live online on a 6-week program. Okay, you got it? live online for a 6-week program. And then you have the opportunity, obviously, when I say live online, I mean, I'm actually going to be delivering the content to you. So those are the 5 questions you ask, and give people the opportunity to choose more than one. It's fine if they choose more than one. I did this in my own program, in my own boot camp. And this is me, I like live in person. I'm in the room. I can look you in the eye. I can ask you questions. I can raise my hand. When you go to the bathroom, I can put my head under the stall and go, hey, I got more questions, right? I'm that student, right? So I want to be there in the house. Also, I want all your content to be downloaded in my head within 20 hours. Like, I want 2.5 days of you just downloading content. And I want to know that I'm there and there's not 1,000 people there. I want a small group class. So I know that's how I am. However, this is what I learned from my group. My group is not always like that. Not everybody's as in your face as I am. Right? And I was like, wait, everybody's not like me? Right? So it was like my first thing, like, what? Not everybody's like that? And what I discovered was this: the people who are most like me are most likely to go into my higher level program. The people who are not really want a live online program that can be delivered to them within 6 weeks. Right? What is up with that, Mitch? I had no idea. And so what happened was, in my group, ready for this? Out of the people who answered, 80%, and by the way, 2/3 answered, 80% of the people said, I would prefer a 6-week live online program where you will deliver the content to me out of your face, out of your mouth. You will answer my questions. It will still be a small, group class, but it will be you talking to me. The answers will be coming out of your face, not something that's recorded, out of your face. If I want recordings to back up something you said or to give me deeper instruction, that's fine. Those are secondary. I want you to talk to me. I want you to give me instruction. I want you to do it live, online, over a 6-week period. And here's why. My ideal client said, because number one, live is a big part. I know, and I'm doing this on purpose. Mitch, I'm so glad you put live in all caps, and I know I sound like a psycho. The reason I'm saying that is because people are fatigued with the online programs that they can't ask a human being a question right then in the moment when they have it. Because what I found and what I've learned is most people, you'll tell them something, you will think on your video that you recorded that you were so crystal freaking clear, like you were clear. And because they didn't get what you said, they're actually stuck in that moment and they can't move on with the rest of the content until they talk to you. And so what my ideal client is literally saying is that I need you, Donna St. Louis, to be on the video. And I don't need there to be 1,000 people, because I need to get my question answered. And I need to be able to say, hey, I got a question. I need the environment to be safe like you create. I need all of that stuff. But I need it to be live online. And I need your online program to be supplemental to what you deliver to me in person. In person meaning online in person. So that was number one. That was the number one thing that they wanted. And I needed to understand why they wanted it, because that's not generally how I deliver. So just absolutely amazing. So I learned that. I learned that from my ideal client. Now, here's the thing. I would have never. Ooh, what does that mean? They need to ask it alive? They need a SCITA. I don't know what a SCITA is. A swift I love you, Mitch. I love you. So anyway, with that said, I just did this recently, And my ideal client said, no, I want you to deliver me the program. I want you to deliver to me live in person. I want to be able to have the ability to go and watch the recordings if I want to. I want an online supplemental thing if you have it. But most importantly, I want to be able to learn from you, take the information. And here's the second thing they wanted to do. They wanted to learn in bits and chunks so they could take something and have a little homework and then go and apply it. That was another big deal. I want to be able to take this chunk of information and go and apply it to my business, right? Or go and apply it to the next step of learning. Because especially with working with me, you'll discover that I do things in a very systematic way. So you'll learn this foundational piece and then you'll do something with it. And then the next piece and you'll do something and you'll do the next piece and do something. Yeah. Well, see, I like audiobooks. I've never created one, right? Because I feel like is it going to get across? So anyway, with that said, it's caused me to rethink how I deliver my boot camp, because my boot camp is historically in person in Orlando, and then people have to work their schedule around my dates. What people are asking for is, I don't want your boot camp in person live in Orlando. What I want is a 6-week online program. And I'm like, I could do that. And here's the better thing. I could do that and I can actually reduce the cost because there's less. And if I have less expenses, I'm reducing the cost. And so with that said, I'm going to modify my boot camp, my Rockmore Stages to Boot Camp, to be a 6-week live in-person online thing with a Facebook group. I got to tell you, my Facebook groups are pretty freaking awesome. I said freaking. I'm cursing less just for the end of the year. That'll be gone at the beginning of the year. But I have Facebook groups where people feel like they can come and they can try stuff and they can ask questions. So no, won't be in Orlando. That'll just be for something else that I do, not for the boot camp. So that answers your question, Mitch. But you'll still have this. Like, you'll still be able to go, okay, so Donna, you just said this. Is it that? Can I go do this? Can you show me how to do that? Can we get on a Zoom call and try this other thing? So it'll still be very interactive. You just don't get to sleep with me. That's it. So, but that's my clients. You need to ask your client. You better not have those flights. We'll have a conversation. Otherwise, I'll do something special. I will. I'll do something special if you literally have your flights. Do you have your flights? Okay. I will, because I have somebody else who said she was going to get her flights too. So my point is, what I want you guys to do is, these are my ideal clients. I want you to think about your ideal client. I really do. You did? Okay. Then we need to talk, because I have somebody else who told me that she got her flights too. I want you to think about your ideal client as well. And when you think about your ideal client, I want you to actually look at what it is that ideal client wants by surveying them. Don't go by what my ideal client said. Do not do that. Don't. Go by what your ideal clients want. Period. The end. When they tell you, respond. And if some of them already booked flights like Mitch did, then you go and make magic happen for them. So that's in regards to moving too fast, because what we do is we go build it and we just think people are going to buy it and we don't do our surveys. Oh, I love you. Hey, the other girl did Southwest too. All right. You'll use them later when you get into the mastery program. You want to get in the mastery program. Okay. So that's number one. Here's the other thing that can slow you down. And I just recently had this with someone. I'm not going to name their name. They've been wanting to be a speaker. They've been wanting to do my program for years. And every time something came up, because here's the thing, when you take massive action, the universe will conspire on your behalf to make sure that you get what you want. However, you got to prove to the universe that you want it. I always say that. So every time this person was ready to start, something would happen. There was a car accident, someone got sick, a date thing happened, it was always something. So then I said, listen, the one thing that I have is now nothing's happening. And I said, listen, I know it could be a little cost prohibitive. It's the number one reason that I have a creditor, so a loan provider. I said, and the best thing about the loan provider is it's like $500 a month and there's no down payment and they put money in your account in 24 hours. And I said, and because I do a thing called the 2020 Sales Challenge, where our people literally work the first 20 weeks of the year to close 20 deals, and we completely support them in doing that. It's this huge challenge that we do, and it's totally badass. Sorry, you can't just get in unless you're a High Profit Zone family member. So you'd have to be enrolled in our mastery program. But anyway, so our people totally get in this challenge. And so I said, listen, my son was 17 years old and he was doing sales for me. And I swear to God, he couldn't spell speaker. And he did $135,000 in sales the very first year. And I'm telling you, the boy couldn't sell anything. But he followed a system. And he was fine because I paid him 15%. He made $20,000 that year for sitting home and making phone calls. Now, what happened was everything was fine, everything was approved, but the interest rate wasn't exactly where she wanted it to be. And I said, okay, so you're going to pay it off in the first year. Who cares? And so the concern was, so now I go, listen, this is 100% a roadblock now that you're creating, because my lips sweating. I said, because now this is really a point of you believing in yourself that we're going to make this happen within this year, because that's what we're going to do. We're not even just going to make it happen this year. You're going to get in the 2020 challenge. We're going to make it happen within the next 20 weeks. So she went and literally hit me up and she goes, I'm signed up. I'm signed up for the boot camp. I'm signed up for the mastery program. I'm signed up for the 2020 challenge. Let's go. And I'm like, girl, let's go. And that was it. And just like that, we're off and running. Sometimes, yes, we will get roadblocks thrown at us, but other times we create our own roadblocks. I don't have enough time. I'm just so tired at the end of the day. I don't have money for that. I need to know all the details about everything that's going to happen. We're looking for, when people start asking me questions about the program in a way of how they're going to work better together, I find a way to make sure that they get all the answers in regards to how they work better together. But when people start asking questions in regards to what's not going to work for them, I'm like, you are looking for brake pumping reasons. You're looking for a reason to pump the brakes and stop. And I'm like, I'm literally telling you that I'm going to help you identify your expertise. And this is not your, sorry about that. This is not your all in, be all expertise. This is your, I need to get you up and running and making money within the first 20 weeks of the year. I need you selling. I need you selling and making money right now. So we're gonna pick an expertise that you can speak on right now. We are going to create your one sheet right now. We're going to go find leads for you right now in this and put you in this 2020 challenge right now, because the first 20 weeks of the year, you are going to be in this program. I love you, Michelle. You're going to be in this program right now, and you're going to be on a team, because our 2020 challenge ain't no joke. You're on a damn team, and you think you're working towards your own goal. You're working towards a team goal. So we get you on a team. We make sure you're working towards a team goal. We make sure that you're going, well, let's do that, Elizabeth. We make sure that you're going full speed ahead. First 20 weeks of the year is get it done. Then in March, now, so we basically, I know it's going to sound bad, we basically turn you into a gig chaser the first 20 weeks of the year. Because you know what? The first 20 weeks of the year, I need you making money. And people, I give people all the time, like, you're duplicitous. You're talking out of both sides of your neck. No, I'm not. Because here's the thing. If I can get you making money, if I can get money in your pocket, if I can get you $100,000, just for argument's sake, in your pocket in the first 20 weeks of the year, then you're not making desperate decisions. You already paid off your loan. You're in the program for the rest of the year, and you're not making desperate decisions. Now, in March, because you're still doing the 2020, but now in March, now what you're doing is now you're in the mastery program. You're not just gig chasing. Now we're going, so what's your real expertise? Who's your real ideal client? How do we really help you build a business? What are all the things we need to do to really help you kick the shit out of this? Right? So see, cursing, that just went away. So what are all the things that we need to do to make this happen? Who's your expertise? Who's like all of it? Yes, we want all of that nailed down. Then once we have and we call that our mastery program. Now you've already done gig chasing, and I'll give you an example. So for example, okay, gig chasing. I have breasts. I could go and speak on women in business. Okay, so that's what I got. So I have breasts. I'm a woman. I used to work in business. I've gotten over some obstacles. I'm going to go and speak on women in business. I quite honestly can go and get 15, 20 gigs at $7,500 each at the beginning of the year. I just made a quick $150,000. Great. If I put $150,000 in your pocket in the first 20 weeks of the year, you're not making desperate decisions. You've paid off your loan. Now you're ready for the mastery program because you're not desperate. Now that you're in your mastery program, now I can say, okay, girl, let's really pull this back because your life just ain't about your boobs and talking to women in business. What is it that you really bring to the table? If everything is fine in my life and everything is going good and I don't have any problems at all, then what is it that you can help me with? Right? What is that? What's up, Tammy? And then when you can answer that question, we sit down and we master your business. That's when you get into mastery. Now you're in the mastery program, and sometimes people have to restart this process, and that's fine. Now you're in the mastery program, and you're like, boom, I got it. Now we're going to put you in a boot camp. Once you get in the boot camp, now you're like, oh, so now I'm going to deliver these speeches. This is what I sell in the back of the room. This is what I'm going to sell the next time. This is how I'm going to just everything. Then from there, you're in the next 2020 challenge, which happens at the end of the year. So you could make your other money from your now solid expertise. So we have a process that we take you through for a year. That's what we're doing now, because my goal is not just to help people chase gigs. It's to help people build a business. How do you get somebody from hearing you speak into your program, and then from your program into your higher level program, and then from your higher level program into your mastermind, from your mastermind into your online program system? And so you create this amazing cycle. That's what we're trying to do. Create a cycle that actually works for you. But most people stop because they're like, that's entirely too much money. And I cannot in any way, shape, or form see myself making $10,000 back. Here's the problem. If you can't see yourself making $10,000 within the next year to pay off your loan, then this isn't the program for you. Then just do the boot camp, and that's fine, because this ain't the program for you. And the boot camp happens when they happen. You know, I think the next one we're going to set up for is we're going to do one. It's going to be for 6 weeks, literally, and it's going to be an online one. And we're going to make it happen that way. And then in our mastery and mastermind programs, that's when people come out. I mean, we still do something in a mansion. Let's not get it twisted. But that's for people who've gone through our mastery program and they've mastered their business. So don't let going for it. Don't let going for it, can't speak today, cost you so much that you feel like a failure just because things needed to be tweaked and they're not in the right order. And at the same point, don't pump your brakes so hard that you turn everything into an obstacle rather than betting on yourself. 2020 is coming. It's a new year and a new decade. And I'll tell you, one of the things that I'm the most psyched about is the people that are in our 2020 challenge for the first time. Listen, you want to talk about my juice? I don't drink. I've never had a drink in my life. I've never done a drug in my life. I mean, like aspirin is like strong and I like melatonin. Right? Like that's my shit, right? So I've never had a drink in my life. I've never done a drug in my life, right? I never smoked anything. Oh, I smoked a cigar. My juice, like people are like, so what's your juice? There ain't nothing like when my high profit zone family members do some shit. Oh my God. I cry like a baby. I mean, I have a friend who literally takes pictures of me and records me because he sits and watches me like I'm watching a damn Lifetime movie because somebody said that they just closed the deal. Like, And I'm just like, oh my God, right? I get so juiced for the 2020 challenge because there is nothing like watching my family members see that the work that they did to make their dreams come true, that those dreams come true. So the first thing I need to do is I need to say, yes, Mitch, I did, and not because of you or anything else, and I wasn't avoiding you. It's because I had just did this survey in regards to the boot camps and what people really wanted, and this is what came up. But I do want to talk to you personally. The second thing is I want you guys, 2020 is coming. Get yourself a family, get yourself a tribe, surround yourself by people who really give a shit about your actual success. People who will get on the phone with you and will talk to you for an hour or 2 hours, whether you're crying or celebrating or venting or bitching. And people who aren't judging you, but they actually give a crap about you and will help you move forward. And I know people think I'm so full of crap when I say that, but let me tell you something. Ain't no family like the High Profit Zone family. And not because I started the family, but because the people in our family are so boss. These people, if somebody goes in there right now and says, I'm stuck, my family goes in and says, I got you. And I don't mean my family people who work for me. No, my family people who went through the process. They're like, I got you. Call me. Get on the phone. I'll help you. Let's do this. It is a family of entrepreneurs that's so much more powerful than anything I've ever seen. And it's absolutely amazing. And I'm so excited to do a chase to $5 million with these people for the first 20 weeks of the year. I'm so excited to be able to crush that. So I want you guys to think about, how are you pumping the brakes and how are you going for it? And if pumping the brakes is a mistake and going for it is a mistake, you got to find that balance. Anyway, I love you guys. Michelle, I'm going to be hitting you up. Elizabeth, I'm going to be hitting you up. And if anybody else is interested in learning about what it takes to be a High Profit Zone family member, or you want to talk to some of the people who you see typing and stuff on High Profit Zone, Elizabeth is this is not her job, but this is what I'm talking about. She's a High Profit Zone family member. The chick scribes like nobody's business. We love her notes. Like, we're always like, is Elizabeth on? Is she going to take notes? And she keeps my ass honest. She's like, hey, you missed this part. You made a segue. Come back. She is so awesome. I love Elizabeth. Everybody loves Elizabeth's notes. She should actually sell her transcriptions to the family because we love her stuff. And she'll take these and she'll put them all together, and then she'll go and give them back to the family and say, hey, this is what Donna talked about. Make sure you write it down. Anyway, so awesome. Love my family. Hey, Mitch, I want to talk to you because I don't want you to think I left you out in the cold. I didn't. I swear to you, I did not. And I'll find a way to fix things for you. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. If I don't talk to you before Christmas, please have a Merry Christmas. If you want to kick off your 2020 and you're like, you know what, I'm tired of the games, I'm tired of the bullshit, and you want to get in to the High Profit Zone program, it ain't cheap. We do have a creditor. We are kicking off 2020 with the 2020 challenge. But I got to be honest, if you don't make a decision by Friday, don't bother worrying about the 2020 challenge. Just worry about getting into the boot camp or mastery program, because 2020 challenge starts on January 8th and there's a lot of qualifications and things you need. Anyway, but that could be a roadblock for you because you let roadblocks stop you. I know Michelle ain't let roadblocks stop her. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a fantastic one. Bye.